I don't know. Oh, where to begin?
It's the Ron and Fez Show, live on a Wednesday. 866-RON-0-FEZ. So far, it's just me in the studio. Ronnie apparently cannot get up to the studio. He forgot his credentials, his badges, and cannot get up here. So, even though it's the Ron and Fez Show, the building is not letting Ron Bennington in. He's stuck in the lobby right now, so I don't know exactly what to do, how to bypass this. I don't understand. I understand that we're in a post-9/11 world, but is anyone really coming after the McGraw-Hill building where we have to have this kind of security? Are the terrorists really going to go after our children's books? Is that what's going to happen? So I can't get Ron in the building. He's stuck downstairs, and I don't know what to do about it. Apparently you have to be in some sort of special... If you don't have the badges, you have to be in some sort of special super secret computer system, which is just ridiculous. Let people just come up. No one is going to do anything. No one has ever done anything. And for some reason, the host of a show that works in the building cannot get up here. It's absolutely insanity. It's just crazy. I don't understand. And, you have to have, I think 8 or 9 badges to even get in the place. So to go elevator bank to elevator bank, and of course that takes forever as well. You got to check in one place, check in another place. You got to get through all the coded doors. It's like the opening to Get Smart in this place, where you have to just go through a series of secret panels and everything to get up here. Trust me, there's nothing we're hiding. We have nothing of any value up here. So I would appreciate it if someone downstairs, then there's always the, there's nothing we can do about it. It's policy. Well, the policy stinks. The policy stinks when and you see somebody come in the building every day. It's not does Ronnie look like a terrorist to anyone? Does Ronnie look like he's going to steal blueprints or something? Or any sort of building or Sirius XM satellite radio secrets? Like he's going to come in here and try to bring down all right, I see him coming. Here he comes. He was somehow able to get past Buckingham Palace royalty security guards, the beefeaters that get in here.
What are you doing?
I'm explaining the situation.
From what I heard coming down the hall, everyone said, hurry up, Fez is speed talking.
Well, yes,
take a breath.
It's ridiculous that because you forgot your stuff, you can't get in here.
There is a policy, and as you know, I don't care much about life, and I didn't bring my tag today, and I had to take a few minutes to get the guest pass.
The policy sucks.
Well, it's a policy for the entire complex. It's not just one building. It's not just our show. There's 15 buildings are all part of the same security system. It's not an easy thing for these folks to do. My fault. I'm supposed to have the badge. Didn't have it with me.
Yes, I understand people make mistakes, but why punish everybody?
Well, we're all in part of this together.
It's just ridiculous. Now I'm just an absolute nervous wreck.
I know, but this isn't personal. This is actually my fault, Fez, and let me apologize to you.
It actually feels personal, like they're persecuting the show downstairs.
No, they're not.
It feels like it.
They're not.
It's because we're white.
Look at me. Calm down. You have a chair, so I want you to sit in it.
I don't think I can sit down. I can't keep my legs from moving.
I want you to calm down.
All I can do is just pace in place.
Look at me. I want you to calm down. Just calm it down. You did good. You kept everything together here. You did a very good job. We're all proud of you.
Gosh.
Everybody said that there was no dead air. They said there wasn't even a dead millisecond of air. You were just speed talking. I know that you're upset. Look, things are going well.
I can't even blink right now.
You got new hair gel. That's working out for you.
Yeah.
You got a little pink top that you're wearing there today. You're doing very good.
It's a very snug pink hoodie, yes.
And Fezzy,
I felt good coming in here.
Fezzy, seriously. You've been doing good lately, and this is another fucking example that you're doing well.
Who
So
do I
everything-
need to speak to about this? That's what I want to know.
About what?
About you not being able to get in the building. Who do I need to talk to?
Speak to me. This is my responsibility. Okay? Everybody's supposed to have their tags with it. I didn't have mine. Took an extra couple minutes. They kind of rushed me along. When I got up there, they were already on the phone. And the girl actually said to me, "Are you Ron Binnington?" And I go, "Yes, I am." She goes like this, "Everybody's trying to get you upstairs." And then when she was putting me together, she was talking to the lady next to her, and she goes like this, "Sometimes I got to hit my kids with a hairbrush." And I go, all right, let's just take my picture, and then we'll discuss back. Because they're like supermarket checkout people. Like, no matter what they do, they still keep talking to each other like they're... And I don't know what led up to sometimes I got to slap my babies with a hairbrush. But it was, I guess that's all part of it. And then I actually even had to stop and sign in here, and it's my fault. I let you down today.
It's not.
But more important, you proved yourself able.
Take my pulse.
Yourself able.
Take my pulse, because it's beating out of my skin.
No matter where I was in the building, everybody was saying to me, "Fez is really upset."
I am upset. And that's not the fastest moving staff downstairs either. You know, if there's some sort of crisis or emergency like that, they don't exactly go into any sort of, hurry up offense.
It's my fault. All my bad.
I'll be speaking to somebody after this show. I don't know who. I don't even know what floor their department is on. But I'll find it.
Here's Ryan. Ryan, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, man, that was the best opener that I have ever heard. Who's the props?
What was it?
That was me.
What was the opener?
Oh, Genie's Shooter.
God damn it. I love that song. I miss Zevon.
Yeah. We could open again tomorrow with it.
No,
Shooter like me.
You had to listen to the music in the lobby.
I think Springsteen co-wrote that song with him.
Yeah, Bruce does all that.
What do you mean does all that? It was only one song.
He's written stuff with Zevon. Sometimes he's apparently co-written some songs.
Yeah, that's not ghostwriting. That's why his name would be on it. But I think that's the only one. I don't think there's any others.
Unless they wrote the Ghost of Bruce Springsteen on there.
I thought Disturbance in the House, Bruce co-wrote.
Jim, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, Ron, I'd like to thank Fez for that beautiful Fezatorial. See ya!
You did a Fezatorial to open? That's a great idea.
No, I didn't do a Fezatorial. I complained about the policies here at this building.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the policies. These are gigantic buildings. We're in a complex of like probably 100,000 people work in these buildings. And everybody has to have their badge so they can keep an eye on everybody. I didn't follow the rules today, so it took me an extra 5 minutes.
5 minutes and probably 2 years off of my life.
Gail, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Ronnie B. You had to pick the one day of the week that Fez doesn't have a psychiatrist appointment?
Well,
this is my free day. It was supposed to be my free day.
But seriously, I want to take a moment to say you did very good, Fez. You stayed on the air. You kept the show going. You were wildly entertaining.
Well, I covered as best I could without, trying to let anyone know an emergency situation was going on.
I kind of think that this is going to prove that you don't have Asperger's. Because if you had Asperger's, you'd be panicking about your schedule being changed at all. We have a test for Fez to take later on in the show because you believe you have Asperger's disease.
Yeah, Asperger's syndrome.
Yeah, or Asperger's with cheese, as it's called.
And it's a mild form of autism where, like, you're functionally autistic.
Well, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, it's probably not the best thing in the world. I mean, you can deal with it, but you're just that your whole thinking process is probably going to be different than most people's. And you really don't like anything that's supposed to happen, a regularly scheduled thing that's supposed to happen, not happen. That's really part of it.
Any word back from Woody Allen's camp?
No, nothing from Woody Allen's camp.
Did anybody contact Woody Allen's camp?
I called Woody Allen's phone number. Not his phone number, but his camp phone number.
Were you talking real fast and crazy and saying you're going to get to the bottom of things?
No, I was being very professional.
I don't care what you did with Sydney Previn.
Was that an impression of Fez? Why weren't you on the air with him? You were on the wrong side of the hall to greet me.
I just wanted to make
who made
sure.
you the welcome wagon? Where's your bouquet of flowers and basket of fruit?
I had to hold the door. This is a heavy door. Mr. Bennington deserves the door to be held.
Now, if Fez was late, would you be panicking and holding the door open, waiting for him to run down the hall?
Maybe not.
Everybody was going like this to me. You better hurry. Fez is talking really fast. Slow it down, man. You're a professional. You know what you're doing.
Yeah, but I was just making sure everything was covered as best I could. And trying to get you up here at the same time, too.
Yeah, it all worked out. It all worked out. So a little later on in the show, we're going to be doing Fez's Asperger test to see whether this is why he has problems. Although, why wouldn't your psychiatrist have ever seen this before?
Well, you know what? I brought it up to the first therapist, and she didn't think that I had it, so I never brought it up to the actual psychiatrist once I started seeing him.
We got into an interesting thing about Fez yesterday about you not liking any kind of music.
No, I just don't care for music. It's a bother to listen to. I just don't put it on.
And you don't even have like favorite songs or anything, and you said you can't really hear lyrics.
Right. I mean, if I've said this before, like probably my favorite song is American Girl. And to be honest, I can't hear all the lyrics in that. I can't pull them out.
All right, just start singing American Girl, your favorite song.
She was an American girl.
Now sing it like you were singing along with the record.
She was an American girl, raised on promises. She did something last night. That's why
She did something last night.
Yeah, I get through the first line and that's it.
She did something last night. No one knows what it was.
Very fascinating girl.
Yeah, well,
She did something.
she's got a very, very busy life. This young American girl.
Something's.
Well, and a couple people have written into you too, but I got an email about you that I thought was kind of interesting. Fez is describing what is called a musica. The condition is the musical analog to the language impaired conditional aphasia. People with a musica perceive music to be annoying noise. So you don't even find music pleasant.
No, I would say that. I would say music is sometimes a hindrance. Yeah, where it's almost like something else going on where I can't concentrate on two things at once.
You know, we went out to dinner like a week ago, and we went to this little place on the Upper East Side where they just keep bringing you the sushi and sashimi without you knowing what it's going to be, and it's just like flying around, and it's a pretty expensive place and all, but it's real like low bones, like, you know, the service is real hot and all, and they don't play music in the background. And HTG was like, I can't fucking stand this. I can't understand why they just don't turn on some music. She is your polar opposite. She needs a little music rocking at all time. She's one of those people like on her iPod, she has like 6,000 songs instead of like, you know, 400 or 500. She's like, I need every song ever done. Just the opposite of you, Fez. As for Fez's trouble with lyrics, he may need a hearing test. There may be some kind of difference in the way sung words are processed than spoken words. There's a book called Musicophilia, Tales of Music and the Brain by Oliver W. Sacks. He's the guy who did Awakenings. Or Toscani's Fumble by Harold K. Clonens for a coherent summary. With Fez's synesthesia and other delightful quirks, it'd be amazing to hear what Sachs would have to say on your show if you could get him on. By the way, Fez is the only person I've ever heard describe comic books as a bit wordy.
Oh, yeah, they can be.
Fez always makes me smile, Mike. Well, this is really interesting for us to try this out. Someone else said that Dan Aykroyd says that he has a touch of Asperger's disease from an NPR interview and a few different OCDs. He has apparent fascination with law and always has to carry a police badge with him. But he has no guilt about his weirdness. He just embraces it. That's one of the things about Fez's quirks is that you're never happy with your quirks. You always keep saying you want to be normal.
Right. Well, I mean, at least on a couple of things I'd like to match up with other people, I think. Music, reading. That guy mentioned 2 books about music. That's the worst thing I could imagine. Reading a book about music. You're combining everything there. I'd never make it through it.
I'm going to be late every day because you've got energy today.
Oh, I am wound up, and I don't think I'll be calming down anytime soon.
Oh, Jesus. But
Stomach's upset, everything.
The odd thing is, and I brought this up yesterday, you would think even if Fez liked weird music, like, some people are like, well, I only listen to, polka. And you're like, well, that's weird, but at least they're getting the pleasure from it. What really interests me about Fez is there's so many places the rest of us get pleasure. And I brought this up, trying new foods, sex, art, music, nature, travel, all the things that the rest of us dream about and say, this is, what gives me pleasure. He doesn't have. Like the rest of us will, sometimes when you're in a bad mood, you can put on an album that you love. And by the end of that album, somehow magically, your mood has changed.
Well, I brought it up to my therapist yesterday that we were discussing how I'm just not into music. Music doesn't touch me. Mm-hmm. And the way she put it was, she goes, well, a lot of people use music to kind of drown out the thoughts, the bad thoughts they have in their head, the bad feelings they have running around in their head. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, then that sounds perfect for me. And she said, no, you seem really interested in your own thoughts. And I thought, well, that was the politest way to say that.
Well, you don't seem, everything that I kind of described to you, that you seem to lack here, is an interest in the outside world. You don't seem to take a lot of interest in things unless they're happening to you. And even like if we get a friend with like a disease or something, instead of you trying to help that person, you start to wonder if you have the disease.
Oh, I get very hypochondriac, yeah. Chondriatic.
Mm. Again, I comes up all the time. And that's one of the things that might confuse you about film or movies is that you like...
He's not in it.
Yeah, he's not in it himself.
In the movie.
He, would only picture himself if it happened to him. So we're going to take this Asperger's test later in the show. Now, even if we find out you have this, I don't know, is there anything we can do about it? You're just the autistic kid. You're just Rain Man.
Yeah, then I'm just, Asperger's boy. I mean, that's it. Then I just have this.
So why even do it then? You get nothing out of it.
Well, I mean, at least it might explain some things. And I don't know what, the varying degrees of it where Dan Aykroyd can say, I have a touch of this.
Well, according to this test, there are degrees of it where you can have a small amount of it or you're in it or an extreme case.
Oh, okay.
And I looked over the questions, and what I thought was kind of neat about it is like, it doesn't even seem like you could guess at the right answers. It's just personality types. So it's almost like, I feel happy in this situation, or I feel happy. It's not like you could fake it like you can with some of those "Are you a nice person?" tests that they do online. Here is Matt. Matt, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Great to talk to you guys. I think Fez is just completely artless. He is without art in his life. And being an executive producer, the show is lacking art now.
Well,
what do you want me to do? Paint in here?
No, art covers a lot of different things, but it's just like when you were in charge of the guest list where you didn't know what a cool guest was compared to a lame guest.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's because you don't follow along with other people's work. So there's no way for you to tell the difference between, let's say a Francis Ford Coppola and a guy who directed a bunch of Silver Spoons episodes. So
Roger Corman.
Yeah. So a lot of times Fez will go, we can get this person, and I'll go, what are they doing? He goes like this, hey, by the way, we can get this person on the show, and I'll go, what are they doing? He goes like this, oh, I thought that you would know. Just because it was like a name, he would think, Ron must know that name because I don't.
Maybe he'll recognize this. Seems to sound familiar.
But were you faking that you were happy about it? Because you weren't. You were just
I wasn't faking, no.
You were just happy because you had a name on a list?
Yeah, that I thought, all right, this could be something here.
Right.
Even though I don't have a clue what that something could be, but I did, hopefully there's a possibility in it.
Right. Why do you pick this business? It really seems strange. You're in radio, which is music-based, and then talk radio, which is, popular culture-based, and yet you don't seem to like a lot of these. Now, for some reason, you liked all the stuff when you were kids. You liked the kid cartoons, you liked the comic books, you liked the kind of treats and candies and cereals. So at one time, you must have been involved in the world.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure there was, but it's kind of like maybe like at puberty, I stopped or something. I'm not even sure. Which for me was like 6 or 7.
Yeah, I'm not even sure because, I know a lot of people that feel like they seem to me like, all right, they didn't get out of your teenage years. But I would actually say to Fez, I don't think he's gotten into his teenage years. And that's like, the whole, I know it's a little uncomfortable, but the asexual nature of you and the fact that you've never really been interested in that or even felt a lack of it in your life.
Oh, yeah, where I don't, maybe a lack of it in sometimes maybe some loneliness or isolation, but never a lack of, you know what, I really need sex. I really need a physical relation. It's never been there.
Never had that feeling at all.
No, it's never been there where it's like I need someone in my bed with me at night.
Right.
Yeah, that has never been like a priority at all.
What you're looking for is more of somebody who shares your interest.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
All right, so we're going to have to find a child for you. Or a retarded adult. Is there some kind of a retarded adult dating service that we can put him into?
I don't believe there is.
So I'm just kind of curious now.
Othersister.com.
Why did you, that's funny. Why did you decide that you have a secret?
Oh, because, I know what goes on. I know what my thoughts are, right? But so far, handling that myself has always been enough. So, that's there.
Yeah.
But not to the point of where it's like, wow, this is such an overwhelming need that I need to bring someone into my life.
Right.
I think, no matter which way the wind blew, I think I would probably still be the same way.
I'm not sure about that. I know we're covering things, but after a while, I don't know what we're covering anymore. I don't know what the wind is blowing.
His ass.
And you're not going to help me? You thought I made up that as a joke? No, I'm serious. I don't know what the last statement meant.
No, even if I was like in a different situation in my personal life, if I liked other things.
Oh, okay. So
if there was some things I liked instead of the things that I do like in my life,
you still wouldn't act on them.
I can't be sure. I think I would still be the same where I don't need that. It's not an overwhelming need.
And you said even as far as fantasizing about the secret, that's pretty recent.
Oh, yeah.
That comes from your therapy work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Where I've kind of just let that go.
Right.
Let the mind run amok.
When you need a therapist to teach you how to jerk off, I don't know where you're at.
All right.
This is disgusting.
You know what I mean?
It's gross.
Well, now we're all embarrassed.
I'm not.
I am.
I think
It's hot in here.
But
it is warm.
I think even the 40-year-old virgin used to stroke it, didn't he?
I don't think so.
And I will tell you the truth. I've tried to, you talk about uncomfortability, I've tried to watch that movie 6 fucking times and I've turned it off because it's too close for me.
I've never seen it. I've never tried.
I'm telling you, you should sue somebody. It's fucking unbelievable how weird he's acting. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's Fez. So maybe we'll take this Asperger's test a little later on in the show. Do you think he has it, Dave?
Yeah, I do.
See, I don't think he does. I think that a lot of times that falls back into that hypochondriac thing that,
I think he has it, but like as you said, what if you can't get help from Asperger's, then what's the point of even
what's the point of having
diagnosing
it? Yeah.
And it's just another thing for someone to fall back on.
It's like being diagnosed as short. Right. You ever meet like some guys that they're like, 5'2" or 5'3" or something, and they can't stop talking about being short. And you're like, motherfucker, this is the only body you have ever had. Why don't you put that? It's like some people, if they're bald, they think about it and they fucking constantly talking about being bald.
Yeah,
and you're like, every guy gets bald sooner or later. You might make it to your 80, but your ass is getting bald if you live long enough. So stop acting like it's some fucking freak of nature.
Michael J. Fox does that. In fact, his new book is like Looking Up. And it's a play on being optimistic, but really it's him saying, I'm short. He's always talking about being short. It's
that's the least of his problems.
He's talking about being shaky.
I don't think that's what his book is about. If you really looked into it, I don't think that's what his book. Now, because I brought up the Tribeca Film Festival, that fucking Salman Rushdie, or what his name is, he had a chick a fucking full foot taller than him.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, that motherfucker's rocking it.
Yeah, she's the hottest chick in the world.
Really?
Well, her ex. I find that.
Oh, no, this chick he was with last night.
Oh,
He's with
again?
some black chick, yeah.
Oh, this is the new one.
Yeah.
Well, how does he do it?
I don't know, but he's done it long before even his ex, too. He just gets major hot tall pussy, and he don't have a problem with it. But some guys would be like, I can't be going out. You're a little bit taller than me. Fuck you. Take your tall broad out there and have some fun.
Fucking giant tits and pussies. Just more.
You want a giant pussy?
I like bigger broads, I found.
Really?
Yeah.
How big?
I like them, tall and
Cheryl
a little bit of
Swoops?
meat
Like
on
a
'em.
6-footer?
I'd love that. Yeah,
6-footer,
I'm
180, 190?
Happily married. 190 is a little bit much. 150, 160s would not turn me off.
All right. You like him big. Like a big broad for yourself.
It's fine. Everything is big.
All right, 866-RUN-0-FEZ, 866-RUN-0-FEZ. Coming up a little later on in the show, we're going to find out if Fez Watley has Asperger's disease. Should be a lot of fun for us.
AshleyMadison.com. It's the #1 dating service for those who are married, but yet want something on the side, want something outside the marriage, maybe need something outside the marriage.
This is perfect for Mother's Day. You can get out there if you find out, like Dave, your chick is pregnant right now. She's going to have a baby. You don't want to spend Mother's Day with somebody like that.
No.
Get yourself out there. Live your life like the Craigslist killer. Go out, meet some new people, some freaks, some real weirdos, and enjoy yourself. And try to get away from your wife and the family a little bit.
AshleyMadison.com. It's 100% secure, completely anonymous. And right now at AshleyMadison.com, it's free to join. No membership fees there at Ashley Madison. Millions of people, 3.5 million people have joined AshleyMadison.com, and they're all turning to AshleyMadison.com every day to have a discreet affair.
You're guaranteed to get laid 100 times.
Well, here's the thing. The guarantee is you will have an affair to remember or your money back. You're gonna
100 times with 100 different women in 1 month.
No such thing as the 100 times Ashley Madison guarantee.
Well, then why are they pushing it?
They're not pushing it. You're pushing it.
I thought I was a spokesmodel.
AshleyMadison.com. You can check it out online.
Check it out.
And change your life today with AshleyMadison.com.
Check them out.
Check
Check them out.
Find
Check them out. They're going to be there for you. Check them out.
I'll check them. Jesus.
Check them out. Ashley Madison.
I checked.
100 women, 100 days. Guaranteed.
That is not guaranteed from AshleyMadison.com. That is not an official AshleyMadison.com guarantee.
And yet I am the official spokesmodel.
Yes, you are speaking for Ashley Madison, but you're not speaking correctly.
Then what I say goes.
No, it's cool.
Yeah.
Kids go, Garen fucking teed.
Oh, I like that.
That's awesome, right?
How about this? Guaranteed ass play. Ashley Madison.
Again, ass play not guaranteed at AshleyMadison.com.
I think everybody likes a little ass play.
Yeah.
Well, you like to be a
and
receiver.
her. Sure.
Oh, you like to do it at the same time?
Sure.
That's busy work. That's too much. What, you put on a strap on?
I put Greenie up there. Greenie's a small little vibrator.
Well, at least you're being environmental.
Sometimes.
That's disgusting, man.
She doesn't use it.
Huh?
She doesn't use it.
Did
It's
she do
small.
it to you, though?
It's speaking of pretzel rods. It's like the size of a pretzel rod. It's thin.
Is it salted?
But is it as long as a pretzel rod?
No. It's about 5 inches. I'll get half of it up there.
2.5 up? You love it, huh?
Sometimes.
Well, there you have it. Thanks to Ashley Madison.
That has nothing to do with AshleyMadison.com, people.
And the guaranteed ass play.
It's not guaranteed.
It is guaranteed, though, to get out there and have a great affair, Fez.
That is guaranteed. From AshleyMadison.com. Join right now for free. Change your life today. AshleyMadison.com. Find your lovers here.
It's fantastic. I ended up with a paralyzed chick. It's
Really?
unbelievable, yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
What'd you do to her?
I started lying and said I'm doing it for the 4th time. I would just keep turning around, and I would say that I was doing it to her again, but I was just really just lightly kicking her.
You like pretzel rods, ma'am?
She couldn't turn her head at all?
No.
She
Not when I
really
was
was
done with her.
paralyzed, wasn't she?
The odd thing is when the date started, she wasn't paralyzed.
That is weird.
I fucking snapped her spine.
Crime, actually, though.
Huh?
It's a crime, though, what you
Well,
did.
they blame the Craigslist killer. Someone wrote in, I could live without knowing that Fez has Asperger's.
It's Asperger's.
Same thing. How you doing with your Twitter thing? Did you pick it back up?
No, I have not.
How about fez@fez.net?
I did post today on fezfez.net.
What did you post?
I started kind of a board war, I
With
think. Well, I didn't start it, but I'm in on it now with #1 Eastside Dave fan. Apparently the guy who just loves Eastside Dave.
And doesn't like you?
And just can't stand me.
What did you say to him?
But, well, he listed a bunch of my faults. I mean, like a nice long,
asshole.
like a nice long laundry list, and I just wrote back. Well, it was things Fez likes is the thread,
Right.
So I said, well, you forgot to mention how I like to keep you completely captivated by me, and even though you can't stand me, you know every single detail about me. I think he's in love.
Did you put your comment in parentheses? Because that's sarcasm. Otherwise, you just complimented the guy.
I don't know what you mean.
He doesn't know what a parenthesis is. He has Asperger's.
You have to put things in parentheses or at least italics for sarcasm. Did you do that?
No, I did not italicize.
So yeah, sarcasm doesn't always come out in the print.
So I had no idea there was a special sarcasm font.
There is.
Italics or as Pepper and I started, the parentheses.
We're going to break here. Coming up in just a little bit, we'll do Fezzi's test to find out whether he has Asperger's. It's the Ron and Fez Show. By the way, coming up in just a few minutes, Fez will be taking his Asperger's test.
So I'm going to see if I do have this form of autism.
Right.
AllXClub19.com. AllXClub19.com. This gives you access to streaming porn, unlimited video on demand, a sex toy store, free DVD shipped to you every month, where you can pay just the shipping and handling.
Fez, I'd be commenting on this, but I had no idea we had this new sponsorship.
Yeah, it's allxclub19.com. They've got live chat and a dating website. And it's a way to also, if you sign your friends up and they put you down that you referred them, you make $15 per friend when you sign up. So if they sign up people, you make more money off of those people. All headed to...
I'm putting down Fred from Brooklyn.
All headed to...
He has a podcast.
AllXClub19.com.
What?
It's allxclub19.com. So it's a way to enjoy the adult industry.
The way you're selling this, you got me on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, you can make money in the adult
Where's
industry.
the parentheses? Is that what I was supposed to use?
Yeah.
Or italics?
Either or.
Without being in the adult industry.
All right, slow it down, big man.
Okay.
Tell us what this product is.
This is allxclub19.com.
All right, go to it, Dave.
All right, it's a website.
It's a website. I got that from the .com.
So, and you can enjoy all kinds of porn there.
All right, you got a password for me?
I do not have a password.
That might be a lot of fun for the show. That you give the password to the boys before, and then we're all sitting here talking about it, rather than hearing about it for the first time in a very herky-jerky, odd manner.
So there's also a sex toy store there, plus free DVDs when you sign up.
Dave, maybe you can get a new little toy, new little ass toy for yourself.
That would be awesome.
How many do you have at your home?
There's 3, Ronnie, but my wife, I only use the one.
Your wife uses the other 2?
I don't even think she uses Pinky.
What?
Why I'm telling you the names.
Now, purple guy is their number 1, right?
Yeah, definitely.
He sounds taller.
That's the big one?
Yeah, that's I mean, why do they make vibrators that fucking gigantic?
You said it was the size of an eggplant.
It's huge.
And then Pinky is what?
It's almost the same size, but I don't think that she likes the effect of it is different.
Okay. And then down to the one that you use?
I use Greenie. And not so original with the names of them, simply the colors.
Yeah.
So it's like a little...
All right, well, why don't you check this out? It's allxclub.com.
I'm right
There's
there.
great porn. And then there's also, Dave, for you, a little sex toy place.
And you can make money on it. That's the thing. If you refer your friends, you'll get
Well,
money.
I already got one, Fred from Brooklyn. I'm going to put down on my list. He has his own podcast.
allxclub19.com, 100% confidential. You can join today by going to allxclub19.com. Spots are limited. Do not wait. Head there. Be part of the hottest club on the internet. Join today. allxclub19.com.
By the way, Fezzi, there will be, there's also pictures of the Angel Fuck girls on there.
I don't believe that's there at allxclub19.
Shh. Wouldn't that get everybody running over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So what? It's a lie. At least go check out All X Club. I keep looking. Maybe you'll see pictures of the Angel Fuck girls.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to check
I understand they're going to be having a spring fling.
Really?
Are you allowed to go to this?
Maybe.
Why don't you do this?
The baby's going to be here any day.
Here's what I want you to do. When they put together the spring fling,
Right.
I want you to come and bring Greenie. All right, let me have the Asperger's test, and why don't we start this? And if it's too boring, we will have Fez be able to deal with it. So Asperger syndrome is named after a pediatrician who described children in this practice who lacked nonverbal communication skills, demonstrated limited empathy with their peers, and were physically clumsy. So basically, you're just talking about an awkward person.
Yeah. So it's like you have the verbal skills, you can communicate. It's nonverbal skills, like picking up, I guess, inflections from people or something, picking up, facial expressions, that sort of thing, being able to read people back and forth.
You see a smile as vicious teeth. If someone smiles at you, you see that as growling.
Could be. Sometimes I don't even see the smile.
The other thing is you tend to like to do things on your... you tend not to understand what other people mean. Like their life doesn't mean much to you, and yet your life seems gigantic to you.
Right, yeah. Everything is about my own thoughts and what's going on in my own life. Again, no empathy towards other people, having trouble putting myself in the other person's shoes, in their situation.
Have you talked that over with your psychiatrist?
I have not with the medical shrink. I have talked about it with the with my therapist, and again saying, no, I don't think you have it. But I've explained all these things.
Well, this is what your therapist had to say. I will say this, Fezzi. This was kind of odd when I go back to this. This morning when I came in here, you were furious that that you had to go on the air by yourself, and because I forgot my my tag, my card to get into work, you blamed everyone else but me. You didn't think to yourself, Ron shows up with only 5 minutes before the show, doesn't have his card ready. Instead, you were blaming the people downstairs, security, everybody that ran the whole system. Like, you took it very personally.
Right, where it seems like where that was a simple mistake you made, but it seems like it was answered with a stormtrooper mentality,
Well,
like you were trying to get across, into Soviet Russia.
Well, what they did was they immediately signed me up as a guest. I didn't have to go through the computer. They immediately signed me up on the guest list. So, quite frankly, they reacted as best as they could with keeping the system, but they can't let people in here without having a guest pass.
Right. Well, again, part of the thing is it wasn't the way, things usually go. The routine got completely tossed off.
Right, but it was nobody's fault other than Ronnie B's. You can blame me, which you didn't. Would you like to try that now?
I wish you would have remembered your card.
Get off my fucking back.
See, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
That's not going to help, Ron. That's not going to get me through my Asperger's.
But did you feel like you want to say that, but we're afraid to?
No. My feelings were absolutely honest. The entire system was against us today.
You tend never to blame Ron for things?
No, I don't. I usually don't blame you for things. No.
Well, that's a mistake. Because I make mistakes. Like this morning.
Yeah, I understand that. But was the reaction to your mistake that the building put, was that appropriate to your
Yes.
mistake? Oh, I think not.
Yeah, I'm being totally honest here. As a matter of fact, not only that, but everybody in security bent over so I didn't have to wait to go through the computer system. They did it all by phone, which they don't normally do. So instead of taking 15 minutes, it probably took 7 or 8 minutes. And if I would have got here at 11:30, the way a normal person would show up for a show, I would have been up here fine. So it was all really my fault. All right. I don't know where this spot is on. It's piepalace.ca blog / Asperger test. We'll try to put this up on runfez.net so you can take your own Asperger test. And I'll start you with this, Fez. And you can do, and if it gets a little boring, we'll go to commercial and you can keep doing it without. But it's going to be definitely agree, slightly disagree, or definitely disagree.
Okay. Definitely, slightly. All right.
Yeah, you got agrees or disagrees, and then you're slightly and definitely.
Okay, I got that.
I prefer to do things with others rather than on my own.
I'll say slightly disagree.
I prefer to do things the same way over and over again.
Definitely agree.
If I imagine something, I find it very easy to create a picture in my mind.
Slightly agree.
I frequently get so strongly absorbed in one thing that I lose sight of all other things.
Definitely agree.
I often notice small sounds when others do not.
Definitely disagree.
I usually notice car number plates or similar strings of information.
Slightly disagree.
Other people frequently tell me that what I say is impolite, even though I think it's polite.
Definitely agree.
Is there anything bigger than definitely?
No, that's as high as it goes. Don't try to Asperger me.
When I'm reading a story, I can easily imagine what the characters might look like.
I'll say slightly agree.
Liar. I am fascinated by dates.
Slightly disagree.
Slightly disagree?
Yeah. You think?
In a social group, I can easily keep track of several different people's conversation.
Definitely disagree.
That doesn't work out for you?
No, I can't follow. If two people talking at once, no, cannot handle it. Or even going back and forth between conversations.
All right,
I feel like I need to totally catch up all over again.
All right, let's, Dave, you be talking to him about the Yankees, and I'll be talking to him about something else. The reason why I have problems with your Asperger's, Fez, I'm really disappointed in what's going on right now.
Oh, sweet Lord, that's madness.
Fez, listen to me. It's very, very important. What I'm telling you right now is a matter of life or death.
Oh, God.
It's going to be about the way to get out of this building when it's on fire.
I can't hear anybody.
You just missed the most important information that you've ever going to hear.
I just keep hearing the word important.
It's not exactly the house that Ruth built. It's more like the house that Steinbrenner
Did I hear cancerous? And microphone?
I'm talking about Steinbrenner. Same thing, actually. He's got a lot of cancer.
Why don't we'll go into break and we'll keep playing along with some of these, or would you want to do them on the air? Which is better for you?
I could do some during the break, too.
Let's just keep going. If we have to go into break, we will. I find social situations easy.
Slightly disagree.
I tend to notice details that others do not.
Definitely disagree.
I'd rather go to a library than a party.
Definitely disagree. I don't want to go to the library.
I find making up stories easy.
Slightly agree.
I find myself drawn more strongly to people than to things.
Slightly disagree.
You like things better than people?
I think I do.
I tend to have very strong interest, which I get upset about if I can't pursue.
I'm going to say slightly agree.
Judge Wapner. I have to watch Judge Wapner. I enjoy social chit-chat.
Slightly disagree.
When I talk, it isn't easy for others to get a word in edgewise.
It isn't easy, or is?
It isn't easy.
Definitely disagree. People can't get a word in edgewise.
I don't know. Why don't we even jump into? We'll go into commercials and I'll let you go. You get about another 20 questions, but they get a little monotonous. But I will say this: in playing over this in my head while he's doing it, I don't know which way you're supposed to go with this to
Neither
not
do
have
I.
Asperger's. There's a lot of tests that you can figure it out. This is one of the tests that it seems like what he's saying doesn't seem that far off to me.
You're not sure if it's agree or I can't figure it out
And
myself.
since he's staying in the world of slightlies, I think he's going to come out of this just fine. We're going to be right back with the answers to Fez's Asperger's test. It's the Ron and Fez Show. All right, we're working on the Fez Asperger's test. He kept taking it during the commercial time. And a lot of some of this stuff I'll just throw out to you now. I find it easy to do more than one thing at once. Fez, is that easy for you to do more than one thing at once?
No, cannot do that. Cannot happen.
When I talk on my on the phone, I'm not sure when it's my turn to speak.
Yes, that one definitely agree with, I think.
You know what's really funny with Fez too on the phone, because I talked to him last night? You're never sure when the conversation is over either. You'll just sit there quietly. I started watching the news, and then Fez was just sitting there as I watched the news for a while.
That's rough.
That's how I get my news.
All right, we got your Asperger's down, Fezzy. Anything under 32, you have Asperger's. Anything over 34, you have extreme Asperger's. 21 would be the average male or female computer scientist. 15 would be the average woman and average male or female biologist. 18 is the average man, would come in as 18. 32, of course, is Asperger's. 34 is extreme score. Now, going over Fez's scores, I couldn't tell much about it, whether it seemed like, he was saying the right things or the wrong things. It didn't seem like it was too crazy. I'll just give a couple here. I don't particularly enjoy reading fiction.
Oh, yeah, I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. I find it hard to make new friends.
I agree with that. Yeah. So I'm being totally honest with these answers here.
I'd rather go to the theater than a museum.
True, yes.
It doesn't upset me if my daily routine is disturbed.
No, that's false. That does upset me. I'm going to disagree definitely on that one.
I frequently find that I don't know how to keep a conversation going.
True. Agree on that one.
Which is odd, because you're a talk show host. It's the oddest thing in the world.
That's where this disease could be coming into play, if I have it.
I find it comfortable to sit quietly while my partner does an interview.
That's one of the questions.
I forgot to put the protein bar in front of Ron today.
Oh, shoot.
I'm only teasing you.
You made one?
No. Most of the days I don't, but he normally puts it right over there. But not in front of me, but close to me. He always puts it in the same spot right here.
It's like an Easter egg hunt.
Yeah.
It's a nice arm's reach. It's right there. That's a good spot for it.
But you didn't do it today.
No, I got
because I was late. Everything was ruined because I was late.
Yeah, so everything else has to go to hell in a handbasket.
I want you to know something, Fez.
What's that?
Two things. Number one, I apologize. Number two, that was my fault. Just so you know.
I understand you may have some blame in it.
You really...
But the reaction from the building and security.
It really scares you to think that Ron made a mistake. Because that's what I was picking up today. You don't like the idea of a world where Ron is a human being who makes mistakes. Fez, Asperger's comes in at number 32. You, my friend, did not have a number 32.
Oh, thank you.
Fezzy, 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 Fezzy.
Yes.
You had a number 34, extreme Asperger's.
Seriously?
Yeah.
34?
Yeah.
That's it. I'm going to die.
I don't know what that means.
I'm going to die from Asperger's.
But the point is, here's another one. New situations make me anxious.
Definitely agree.
I enjoy social occasions.
Disagree with that one.
Slightly or definitely?
Slightly disagree with that one.
How come?
Because there's like an anxiety going to a social occasion. So even if I get there and eventually have a good time, it's a lot of anxiety. It's a lot of apprehension just getting there and thinking about it, even like that afternoon, that day of.
I always had the feeling that you were going to get killed on the way to a party.
Now, see, there's where some apprehension could come in.
I like to plan out any activities I participate in carefully.
Definitely agree with that.
I am not good at remembering other people's date of birth.
No, I'm very good at that.
Now, why?
I don't know. It just, that thing just kind of sticks. Yeah.
So you got the Asperger's.
No, Ron, I have extreme Asperger's.
S.
You have Asperger's with cheese.
I'm mentally deficient. I have mental problems.
Well, you had that
I am
anyway.
developmentally challenged.
You had that anyway, so you feel better having a name to call it?
I guess so, because maybe there's like something that goes along with this. Maybe there is some sort of treatment if they know what it is,
Well,
not just a hodgepodge of things.
I know instead of listening to all your doctors, you're going to listen to Pie Palace.
Yes.
Why don't you take this and give it to your shrink
I will.
and just say that she can look at it, and if it makes sense, maybe there's something to help you, and if it doesn't, throw it out.
Right. And now I got to figure out where I can get tested that, isn't a fun website, too, where like a medical expert can test me on this.
I like Dave's daughter to be tested as well.
I'll take her with me if you want me to. Party of two?
I don't need that.
We were a little concerned
she's
because
straight as an
she
arrow.
doesn't seem to have the motor skills.
She has more skills. She just doesn't feel like walking right now.
Oh, boy. Dominic, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron. Hey, Fez. How are you?
You know who else didn't feel like walking?
Who?
Ironside. Dominic, no one's going to get that but Fezzy and Blowhard. Dominic, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron. Hey, Fez. Just a quick question, Fez. I had the same thing. I've been diagnosed with it as well.
Uh-huh.
They're not this disease that you got to go into a corner. It's things that you just need to work on. Like, for me, I have the same fear as Fez in public. So one of the things is I use the Ron and Fez show. I would go out to your events, meet up with one or two people, start chit-chatting with them, work my way up into building the confidence to being out there.
See, this is my problem. I have no empathy for you. I have Asperger's.
How many friends do you think that you have that if you say, I want to go to a movie, I'm going to call my buddy. How many friends do you think you have that you would feel comfortable saying, hey, do you want to go to a movie tonight?
Oh, comfortable saying that. Maybe like three or four.
Who would they be?
Dave would probably go to a movie with me.
No, he would probably, but have you ever made that call? Want to go to a movie, Dave?
No, I don't think.
I went to a movie at his house, and we saw V for Vendetta together.
Yeah, we've done that.
But what I'm talking about is not a big plan, but hey, I'm going over the paper here. You free tonight? Want to go to a movie?
We haven't done that.
Oh no, there's no one I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Where
I mean, that's the friend.
Where
see, for me to be a friend, you got to be comfortable with them turning you down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I called up Dave and I go, want to go to a movie, and he didn't want to go, I wouldn't fucking hang up the phone going, oh, I wonder if Dave hates me. Well, let's face it, the fucker would drop whatever he's doing and meet me at the movie. Because I saw him do it before, and he ran towards me when he saw me and yelled, I think I already smell popcorn. I go, I know you do, Dave.
It was a great day. It was Raiders of the Lost Ark. It was a wonderful evening. I'm never going to forget it.
By the way, there's something you need to take advantage of in this city, and that's old fucking films on the big screen. You can see it here.
Fucking
it's
A.
really, really exciting. Fuzzy, why don't you just practice right now with me what it's like, and we each we'll be holding our little phones, and just see if I want to go to movies with you tonight.
Oh, okay. Let me get my phone.
Now, let's have your inner dialogue. What you would really be thinking.
All right, I hope I get a hold of Ron. I really want to go see this movie. I think he'd like to go see it. I'll just see.
That isn't him. He's acting a character. That's not the kind of things that he would be doing, is it? There's no anxiety to that. He's someone else.
Very smooth.
You can't even be yourself.
A smooth
You
inner dialogue.
cannot play yourself.
I don't even have empathy with me.
If that's an inner dialogue, you should be the happiest guy in the world. I hope Ron's free tonight.
So, all right, I'll see if I can get a hold of Ron if he wants to go see this movie. Hi, Ron.
But I didn't hear any ringing. Did you, Dave? No.
Oh, ring, ring.
Sounds like the fag phone.
Ring, ring.
Why does my phone sound so gay?
Ring, ring.
Uh-oh. Look, it's from Watley. No fucking way am I picking this up.
What?
Hey, Dave.
Ring,
Guess
ring.
who I think probably thinks they're having another heart attack? I ain't answering this.
Good.
Get a couple more beers and let's have fun without Fez.
Ring, ring.
It's our good friend Hard Rock Johnny.
Hello, boys.
Yeah.
I was just reading up a little bit on Asperger syndrome, and one of the signs or symptoms is seeing people as numbers.
I saw the signs. Well, you do that.
Yeah, a little bit of the synesthesia is in my life, where if I see a person, they seem like a number to me. There just seems like a number that goes along with them. Ronnie, I look at Ronnie and I see a number 5. He looks like a number 5 to me. Dave looks like a number 2.
What was my number?
Hard Rock Johnny looks like a 6.
Oh, he's a 6. That's so weird.
Well, usually you're not going to change.
What about Scruffy?
Scruffy is a 7.
Mickey Mel.
Hicks also, I believe, is a 6. Hicks could be a 4. 4s and 6s mix me up sometimes.
I think of him as a 0.
See, that has nothing to do with it. It's not a rating system.
All right, Johnny. Hey, Tom. Tom, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Fez.
Yes.
Why so gay? Why so autistic? See you.
Well, apparently I'm wired differently than other people.
Well, do you think that, or was it something to do with the way you were raised? You know, if this is close to autism, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everything I've been reading about autism, and Dave, you really need to read up on this stuff too.
Okay.
It all comes back to the vaccinations.
Yeah,
they
I hate
fuck
that.
up the kids' vaccinations.
I hate it.
It's
I don't
so
want her.
fucking scary.
I almost don't believe in these shots.
I know.
It's, first of all, doesn't it seem a little bit like medieval that you have to infect someone in order to cure them? Like, what the fuck? Why don't they have vaccinations that are medicine?
But here's a weird thing about nature. I'm like really happy that I have this slight spring cold because it probably means I won't get the big summer cold. You know what I mean? That you won't get the cold that knocks you out and keeps you from work.
Yeah.
I don't know why the body works that way, but it does. That happens all the time.
It knows.
So whenever I get like a slight thing, I'm like, fuck, great.
Well, I was saying this to Fez yesterday. Casey doesn't remember how she felt when she was pregnant with Juliana, and I've heard my mom say that she had 4 sons, but with each son they don't almost remember the pregnancy, and it's almost like the body forces the woman not to remember the pain in order to get pregnant again.
You know what's really funny about that? Because I, was with my chick when she had kids. This seconds after they forget the awful pain.
Isn't that fucking weird?
Yeah.
I mean, you would think I remember the pain when a van ran over my foot and broke my foot. How can these chicks not remember this shit? But they don't, because the body almost forces them to be like amnesia patients in order to have more kids, so that the world keeps going. It's fucking crazy.
Chuck, you're on Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, how you doing?
Yeah.
Got nothing on my schedule tonight. I was just wondering if you wanted to catch a movie.
Love to, man. I'll see you around 6 o'clock, same spot. 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez.
I couldn't even get you on the phone.
Ready for some double talking?
It rang. No.
Start us off, Dave.
No, please.
So
Fez, it's time
last
I
night,
tell you about the emergency exit for this
saw
building.
This movie.
They've been talking to me about it time and time again.
The
Now,
voices
it's time
are
to go. Time to go.
They're not even coming from either side.
We've
It's
got to get you
swirling.
into the emergency stairway system right now.
Overrated film.
I swear it's making
I
me
don't
go
understand
cross-eyed.
why it was so.
I heard emergency again.
Let's go.
No,
Let's get out of
is there
here.
what was there?
Everybody but the guy behind the board start walking towards the exits.
Guy behind the board goes down with the ship. That's
We're
the
going
oldest
to take
rule.
the emergency steps. Fez, you take the elevator. Godspeed.
Oh, Lordy.
Why do you say Lordy?
I saw on ronfez.net they're calling Fez a retard on the Asperger.
Why? Who said it?
Toilet crusher.
All right, flame warm, Fez.
All right.
Did you get even for that picture you being put out?
I haven't handled that yet.
You were just fighting with the ESD fan?
Yeah, #1 ESD fan. I don't know why you let that guy be such a fan of yours, Dave.
I don't really know who he is, you know.
Is it you?
No, it's not.
Casey?
No, absolutely
It's
not.
Casey, isn't it?
Casey Elon has her own name.
And then she has a couple other names, a la Givak.
It's not she.
ProFlowers.com. They want you to be ready for Mother's Day. It is coming up next month, so you can get in on the early bird special.
They want you to want me. I want you to want me.
They want you to take advantage of
They
the...
want you to want me.
It's ProFlowers.com. And-
Check 'em out.
And what they want is for your
They
mom...
want you to want me.
They would like your mother to have a nice Mother's Day, and they have the early bird special going on. That's 15 colorful tulips for mom, only $19.99, or you can upgrade her to
$19.99. Then tonight we're gonna party like it's $19.99.
$19.99.
I was dreaming when I wrote this.
Or you can upgrade that special, 20 tulips for just $10 more. And you get a free chocolate truffles added to that.
Exactly as a truffle.
I believe it's a delicious chocolate dessert.
For some reason, it seems like it would be a mushroom.
Yeah, I think it is a mushroom.
No, I don't think it's the fungus truffle.
Well, then why call it that?
It probably resembles one, but it's made out of delicious chocolate.
So it's chocolate fungus among us.
They are not selling fungus at ProFlowers.com. And each bouquet comes with a free glass vase. It's a great deal for you and your mom. She's going to love these huge tulips that get sent to her. What you want to do is go to ProFlowers.com, click on the microphone icon in the upper right-hand corner of the homepage, then enter the password Ron and Fez. Enter that password, and you can get the special deal, 15 colorful tulips for mom, only $19.99, plus the upgrade for $10 more. That's 20 tulips, free chocolate truffles, and, of course, the free
A
glass
truffle?
vase. The delicious chocolate truffle.
I think they ought to call it chocolate candy.
Well,
Which, by the way, is a name I used to box under. I went 0-1 and retired. And the one is because I missed the fight. I forgot what night it was, and I didn't bring my badge.
that has nothing to do with ProFlowers.
Nothing does.
The early bird special, these 15 tulips.
Get your mom a bird. An early bird.
15 tulips for mom for only $19.99.
Tulips.
That is available until Friday. Don't wait. Get in now. Get Mother's Day taken care of now with ProFlowers.com. You can also give them a call at 1-800-PRO-FLOWERS. That's 1-800-PRO-FLOWERS. And be sure to mention the password Ron and Fez. ProFlowers.com for this Mother's Day.
For the truffling you. You know who they ought to get to be their spokesmodel?
Who's that?
Mark Truffalo.
Mark Ruffalo?
You know where they ought to go?
Where?
Truffalo Bills ought to be able to handle that for them.
Buffalo Bills.
All right, get a chocolate buffalo. By the
That's
way,
too big to ship.
these sponsors have got to drop us because it's just too ridiculous. We're just not prepared. I saw you got flowers sent to you today.
Yeah, that was actually from ProFlowers.com.
Any truffles in there?
No, no truffles in there.
Well, here, let me see them. Instead of sending to you, why don't they just send them to my mom?
So what you do is you have these flowers, and this is really neat the way this is packaged and stuff, because you dip these in water, You dip the bulb on the end in water, and they spring into full bloom.
Yeah, that's really new. Putting your flowers in water. It's never happened before.
And you watch them spring to life. They'll bloom
I know,
right in front of
everybody
you.
fucking knows that. You know, you could get a peanut butter jar, put it in the water. Well, your whole thing is that you put the flowers in water and they bloom?
Yes.
It's stupid.
You're bringing them to life.
Yes, we know. That's not anything to brag. That's like, I'm selling a puppy, and it breathes.
If you feed it every night, the puppy will grow.
I'm going to show up just a couple minutes late every day. This has been your best fucking show, Asperger, in a long time. And I think it's a couple in a row. I thought yesterday you were very fucking light, and you're not crying. You're fucking...
Yeah, I'm trying not to cry.
You know what it is, I think?
I'm really trying to hold it in.
Who would expect an
Primal
adult
Scream,
male?
the radio show.
An adult male. Most men can't cry if you shoot them in the kneecap. Seriously, every once in a while, a man tries to cry and who's like this. No, you know what I think is working for you, Fez?
What's that?
The Mercury fucking haircut that you're rocking right now.
My
You're
hair,
Gordo.
my hair is at a very weird length where if it's, it's still growing back from the last head shaving.
Headphones up.
It's still growing back
Put
from
your
the,
head down, though.
from the last head shaving.
Yeah, but you're spiking it, though.
Yeah, the way that you're spiking it, it leaves weird bald patches that aren't like male pattern baldness. It's just like not enough there to be spiked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's catch as catch can pattern baldness. So, and the sides are too tight, for the spiked hair. So the stuff on top just gets spiked up.
Whose idea was it for you to start spiking? You never spiked before.
Well, you know what? It looks stupid the other way, where I just had it sitting there in like some sort of fake Caesar.
But are you putting gel in it?
Oh yeah, I have to for it to stand up.
Well, I mean, why don't you just run your hands through it and kind of make it like up, but not have gel in it? Because Ron's right.
This is as much as I can do with it. There's just not that much there.
But you kind of look like Lee Army, and
Thank you.
I'm not
More
sure.
like P Army.
He's kind of old.
The P Army.